to the back of the house, from where the building's L shape was revealed. At the far end, a wisteria clung to the walls, only the leaves remaining. But Beth could imagine it would look spectacular in late spring, with its lavender blue blossom. She spotted a small sign which read, "The Office," pointing to the left. Glancing at the time on her phone, she picked up her pace, jogging around to the left of the house, before at last finding the office. She arrived red-faced from the exertion. "Sorry I'm late," she said breathlessly, holding her hand out. "I'm Beth Sterling. I'm here about leasing your available unit in the stables." "Oh, yes." The young woman shook her hand. "Welcome to Trenouth Manor. I'm Anya. We spoke on the phone. I'm the events coordinator and general dog's body, but don't tell my boss I said that." She chuckled. The two women were about the same age, and Beth admired Anya's welcoming smile and pretty features, accentuated by her short, dark hair, which was tucked behind her ears. Her eyes were a warm, welcoming brown. "My car broke down, so I had to walk the last mile," Beth puffed, feeling the need to justify why she looked anything but calm and fresh. She'd wrapped her jumper inelegantly around her waist. "And then, to make matters worse, I was nearly run over by a bloody tractor." "Oh, you poor thing," Anya said sympathetically. "Would you like a drink? Coffee?" "I could murder a cup of tea." "Take a seat for a minute." Anya pointed to a couple of office chairs lined up against the wall. Beth was relieved to sit down. In the corner, behind another desk which was clearly not Anya's, it was messier with paperwork, was a large dog bed. Snoozing inside lay a border collie, which lifted its chin and looked briefly up at her, before settling back to sleep. There was a table in the corner of the office, where a kettle stood, with ceramic jars marked tea, coffee, and sugar. Anya fetched a clean mug and made the tea. "Sugar?" "No, thanks." While Beth drank, Anya explained that although her official title was events coordinator, she was also the office manager. She had an assistant called Kathy, who worked mornings, to help with the administration. Anya then escorted Beth to the stables. They strolled along a path lined with clipped square yew hedges, the gravel crunching beneath their feet. It led to a modest archway, through which was a huge cobbled courtyard, surrounded on all four sides by the original Victorian stables, which had been built with red-flecked bricks. Perfectly symmetrical, on each side of the courtyard were four large stable doors, painted a deep glossy red to match the bricks. Beth assumed that each of these former stables were now rental units. Opposite them was a tall archway, which would have once had carriages and horses trundling through. In the middle of the courtyard was an old fountain, now empty. Beth imagined it had once been the drinking trough for the horses. Anya unlocked the door to the unit and gestured for Beth to enter first. Beth was pleased to see that it was painted a gloss white on the inside, and, being a stable door, the top half could be opened without the bottom. Inside, it looked as if an office-based business had previously used the unit. There were still a couple of desks and a filing cabinet. "Oh, I thought those had been removed," Anya tutted. "And I'll get our local decorator in to touch up the paintwork before you take it over." Anya gestured to a few marks on the walls and some grubby fingerprints around the light switch. "If you take it, that is." Looking past the unwanted furniture and the scuffs on the walls, Beth could see the area was perfect for what she needed. She could imagine rails installed to hang the clothes, and a small corner sofa for her customers to sit at if she had a small group in. She would have white or beech wooden box shelves for displaying folded t-shirts and the odd accessory, like a hat, purse, or shoes. She'd turn the compact space into the perfect boutique, with full-length mirrors dotted around, and a changing corner, shielded by a screen. The upstairs, which was not as large as the ground floor, had a small kitchenette area, including a small fridge, and would be perfect as her office and for storage of additional clothing and orders, as well as her upright garment steamer. She was pleased to find a toilet on the ground floor, too.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.